Hi everyone, Gray Power 60 here. Um, One of the ladies that I view her videos a lot is Cheryl from Cheryl's Corner, and she did a Guilty Pleasures tag, and I thought perhaps she invited any one of us who were watching, so I thought, well, I've never done a tag, so this is my first time. It's a Guilty Pleasures tag. There's a list of 8 questions. Um, I didn't really look at them until just before I put the tape on, so see how we do. And like I say, I've never done this, so we shall see what happens. Alrighty? Okay, first question. TV show you love, but should not confess to. Well, I love Coronation Street. I've been watching it off and on since I was about 16. Coronation Street is a British daytime soap opera kind of thing. I don't like to call it a soap opera because I don't consider it to be. It's like a series. It's a TV series of, you know. Anyway, um, TV show I love. I watch an awful lot of old movies on TCM. I love that. But TV shows. Well, I love going back to the oldies. I get onto the internet and I start watching things like Andy Griffith. I Love Lucy. Those kind of old shows. Leave It to Beaver, Father Knows Best. I just love going back on those. Anything from the 50s, when I was a little girl, that's kind of the things I like to watch. So, I don't know if people like to know that, but. Question number 2, food. Okay, what I eat. Like if the question is food, you eat what? So I guess I'll tell you something, I haven't had one in a long time. I remember when I was a little girl, my father used to love to cut up those big, big onions. And he would have a slice of bread, and he would put the onions on it, and he'd have an onion sandwich. Well, I developed the same kind of taste. Every once in a while, I crave it. I like to have a piece of bread, lots of butter, cut up some big onions. I mean, not thick, thick slices of onions, but cut them up. I like to add a little salt. I like that little bit of sour salt thing going on with the butter. So I have an onion sandwich once in a while. That probably sounds strange to people. I guess I also like cucumber sandwiches. I don't know if that's strange either. But anyway. Number 3, music I love and others cringe. Well, even my kids, when I used to be at home, there was 3 types of music I used to love all the time. I mean, besides popular stuff at the time, but I love classical music. I love just the sounds of all of the instruments, and it's like I can hear them all and I feel them all. Um, so I love classical music. Um, I love Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Perry Como. I love all of the old show tunes, things like that. So my kids used to, sometimes I put Frank Sinatra. My dad's favorite song from Frank was My Way. Well, I mean, when he came on, I would sing along. Well, I can't sing. Trust me, I do not have a singing voice, but I love that song. And it reminds me of my dad. My dad passed away. He was only 62. I was in my early 40s, and it was really hard on me because I was like Daddy's princess. So every time I hear that song, I just think of my dad, and it's wonderful. It brings me, it warms my heart. I love it. Anyway, I mean, I love all music, but people would cringe because I do love that. And I used to, when the kids were young, I went to a store named, I think it was the Salem House or something like that, and it was kind of a religious store where they would sell, all denominations of, statues and books and stories and, I mean, everything, cards, gifts, whatever you want to get. And there was a couple of albums that I bought, um, the real albums. And there was a couple of songs it brought for me spiritually and in my heart. I'm a Catholic, but I love spiritual music as well. And I used to play. I mean, I still hear that "Praise the Lord" one in my ears. I wish I could remember the words. I wish I had. Maybe I should look it up and see if I can find it. So my kids used to cringe a lot at that. I also like um, opera a little bit, but anyway. So that's the music. Question number 4, my guilty online habit. Well, I have two, and I share it with Kelly from Nifty at 50. If I'm if I'm talking to someone or hear about something and I'm fascinated, um, as an example, I was doing some research. I was doing some um, surfing on the internet, and I happened to come across something that was in a book that I was interested in getting, and I wanted to know um, more about it. So instead of just, reading all about it and leaving it, no, I had to go and surf and research every aspect because I didn't know. It would be like, for instance, if you had never heard of Greek people before and somebody mentioned Greek to you and you went, oh, wow, what's that? If it was me, I would go online, I would research their culture, where it is, the people, the history, what the words mean, the languages, so I'll go into detail. So I'm kind of a research nut that way. I really, really love knowledge and I love to learn. So I'm going way too long in this video. Alrighty, online habit. The next thing, number 5, I love to wear, but I shouldn't. Love to wear, but I shouldn't. I don't know if I shouldn't. I don't know. I like t-shirts and jeans, but I don't know if there's anything that I wear that I shouldn't. I I don't I don't really think I have anything that I love to wear, but I shouldn't. I really have a minimum wardrobe, so sweatpants but I only wear that around the house. I don't wear that out. I mean, it's usually when I'm working because I'm more comfortable. I'll have to think about that, but well, I don't know. Number 6, movie you should not love so much, but you do. Oh, I have a couple. I'll give you an example. I love watching movies about drag queens. I absolutely love it. Like The Birdcage, Tu Wong Fu, Russell, I can't remember his name. He had a really good movie. It was actually a really good movie. I can't remember the name of it. It was a really long time ago. I loved it. I love drag queen movies. I love them. I think it's because I'm jealous because they can do their hair so well and their makeup so well and they dress so well. I don't know. I think that's probably. I'm just in awe at maybe the artistic way that they can transform themselves from a young boy to this fabulous sequenced thing. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. That's what it is. Oh, yeah. Oh my God. Number 7, funny habit people comment on. Ooh, you'd have to ask people because I probably have a lot of quirky things that I do. You know what? I really don't know. Maybe you know. Maybe I'm doing it on video and I don't even know it. I don't know. I'll have to skip that one. And number 8, the last one. A makeup look that you love, but is so wrong. I gotta look at myself. Makeup that I do that is so wrong. Well, I know what I don't do that I should do is my eyebrows. I've always just left them, and as you can see, they really need detailing. So maybe that's a I should do rather than I should not do. Definitely need to practice that, and I just got some new makeup stuff, and years and years and years of just never, I had never done my eyebrows in my entire life, even when they went white before my hair went white. I mean, and I never thought of dyeing them. I never thought of, and I mean, as we get older, our hair doesn't grow as much, or we lose hair in areas that a lot of people don't know about until you get there. Um, Especially if your mother or friends or whatever haven't told you about it. But anyway, so my the hairs on my eyebrows. I mean, I'm sure I have little peach fuzzes, but I haven't plucked my eyebrows in years. Oh, I mean, that's horrible. Um, Maybe that's a funny habit. I don't know. Same with legs. I used to be such a hairy little girl. When I was a little girl, my legs were hairy, and I used to have to shave. Well, not little girl. I mean, obviously, young woman. I just have to shave all the time, and it's funny, as we get older, the hair I have a little bit, but anyway. So those are the questions, those are the guilty pleasures. Thanks to Cheryl at Cheryl's Corner for inviting us to try this. This is my first tag. I really had fun doing it. Um, yeah, so thanks for joining me. What do you think? Am I doing the tag right? I don't know. I'm just having fun. I'm really, really enjoying this whole experience and meeting so many wonderful ladies like Kelly and Cheryl and some of the other ladies that I'm going to forget to mention, and I really apologize because they're all wonderful ladies and they're all over the world. It's wonderful. I'm really enjoying this, and so thank you for joining me on this little tag. I hope to do some more. It's been fun. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you again. Bye for now.